You have 6 hours to show creativity tattooing a difficult part of the body. And your time starts now.
All right, let's go, guys. Let's get it.
Today, our artists are going to be challenged on placement.
What do you think, just dead smack right here?
Yeah.
Inexperience makes different locations on the body harder to tattoo than others. If you are not used to tattooing an armpit or not used to tattooing a butt cheek, and you don't know how to stretch the skin, how to place your canvas, you will have a hard time in these tattoos.
It will feel like I'm tattooing your face, but I'm not. Just make sure you breathe, okay?
Turk, you doing all right?
Yep. I'm keeping it as light and airy as possible.
Okay.
Easy to read, room to breathe. I've been listening. The hardest part about getting your throat tattooed is the pressure that we have to apply to even get the tattoo on there can constrict your breathing. You're gonna sleep like a baby after this.
Someone's gonna scratch it, though.
Oh yeah, you better watch out. Kids are like magnets to that.
You gotta breathe. Can't not.
Just keep breathing. Come on, mama didn't raise no bitch. Let's do this. Come on, let's go.
Wait. I know, I'm sorry. What are you doing to the wing?
I'm smoothing it out. My canvas is complaining, he's jumping, he's trying to call it on me. And remember, you're the one that woke up today and said, I want a throat tattoo. I'm finishing this thing, and I don't care if I gotta put my foot on your chin and crank this machine up. I'm gonna do it.
Amanda.
Hello, boys.
Very well executed for being in the armpit. Dealing with this rough skin, even in the creases, the tattoo looks very clean. This definitely has a very unique style to it. For such a simple ask, showing a little bit of creativity is a good thing.
Thank you.
Turk, come on up.
I know it's supposed to be like a goblin or demon or something, but it doesn't look like there's bones underneath it. The middle face looks like a skin mask. A lot of this shading in the middle, the creases of the cheek and coming from the nose and coming from under the eye, doesn't really do anything for structure or depth or contrast.
I think it's a cool idea. I just wish it translated better. Tony.
You have a pretty challenged time here with your outline. Your black and gray got muddy.
He was a tough dude, and he tapped out 3 times before I even finished the outline.
We've seen you be a technician everywhere, and this throat tattoo really threw you.
Austin.
Not in this competition, it's a good-looking tattoo, but you did far too little.
As soon as I started putting the lines in there, things started swelling up.
One thing is simplicity, another thing is just not doing anything.
I want an anatomical in my right armpit.
That was the hardest place to tattoo.
Please, don't put me in the armpit.
There's some headaches in there.
To me, the hardest one is going to be the armpit.
Yeah, let's think about that one.
I definitely feel like I'm probably somebody they're gonna try to give something difficult to.
Give him that one.
Joshua came here with a game plan, and the way he's been acting and kind of backstabby, I just can't respect a man who does that.
That was rough.
Canvases, one by one. Please read the artist's name on the bottom of your skull.
Jackie.
Joey.
There we go.
Kyle.
I don't want the 52-year-old man, but I'm making the best of it because I didn't get the armpit.
I don't want the armpit.
Nobody wants the armpit.
Joshua.
Someone's gunning for you, Joshua.
My message to the Three Stooges, bring it.
Hey, somebody had to get it, man.
There's my portfolio.
Great.
She wants a skin tear in her armpit. I'm really excited to meet you. I can't wait to tattoo you.
Likewise.
They think they gave me the toughest one, but I have a way of working with people that is gonna make this easy for me. Everybody wants me to talk you out of doing your armpits.
Oh, yeah.
But if you really want that, I would hate to talk you out of it.
I want it. It's unique, you know? It's different.
And you are obviously unique. I might be kind of screwed on this one.
Artists, you have 6 hours to create an anatomical tattoo, and your time begins now.
All right, let's do this.
Do it up.
Joshua, how was it for you going into this particular challenge?
I was thrown under the bus. She wanted her armpit tattooed.
It's clearly an anatomical heart. Great use of precision there. What makes it not look like a heart is what's happening around it.
She wanted to look like it was bones that were kind of like sawed off.
What I look at when I see this is strangely blue highlighted macaroni noodles. It's killing it.
6 hours to create an illusion. And your time begins now.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and put the stencil on you. In order to achieve an optical illusion tattoo properly, you're gonna really have to know the anatomy and dynamics of the image that you're tattooing and the body part that you're placing it on.
And lift. Dude, that's perfect on the first try.
If you're not ingenious doing these tattoos, you will not succeed.
Ow, ow. Hold on. Please, hold on.
My canvas is being sissy. It's making me stop every 2 seconds.
Ow. Hold on again.
I just want to finish the tattoo.
I know.
Ready to rock and roll?
If he doesn't make it through this, he's basically sending me home.
Oh. Towards the end's the worst part. Made it this far. You're doing really good. All I can do is try to coach her down a little bit to keep her from tapping out on me.
You all right?
Yeah.
Just gotta power through.
Bear with me. I really need to win against Earl. That will prove that I deserve to be here.
Marissa, you went head-to-head with Earl.
For this idea, fitting in the armpit, I do commend you on getting a lot of these lines, and they're really clean in this very tender part of the body.
You've taken some pretty heavy beatings up here.
Yeah.
And this is not one of those days. Oddly enough, this is probably my favorite tattoo I've seen you do.
Earl.
This thing is ugly, bro.
This was a living nightmare. By 10 minutes in, he was crying.
This tattoo is riddled with weird choices. On the side of the nose, there's those 2 divots that almost look like that may be where his eyes would be.
That's literally off the picture.
Just because your reference was a real photo doesn't mean that the tattoo is real looking. You made this look like his eyes are on his upper lip. It's crazy.
Between Marissa and Earl.
It's obviously Marissa.
I gotta go with Marissa, too.
Marissa.
Winner of the head-to-head challenge is Marissa. You have 6 hours to tattoo a Technicolor hot air balloon. And your time starts now.
Let's do this.
I got a seat. We're looking for a lot of detail. That's the name of the game today.
Maybe just a little tilted?
If you do that, it would kind of swing.
Hot air balloons are vivid. They are bright. There's not a very soft-looking hot air balloon that flies around.
I'm just gonna freehand them in?
Yeah, I'm gonna draw them first.
Cool.
Without those things in place, these things are gonna look like a hot mess.
All right, buddy, are you ready?
Always ready.
Frank Daddy.
I am taking a huge risk today.
You didn't run for that armpit, huh? Nope. Not at all.
In tattooing an armpit, you run the risk of overworking the skin because the armpit swells really fast.
The big bright color's gonna be the yellow.
I mean, it's pretty bright.
Right now, I'm putting all my eggs in one acorn-shaped basket, and I'm hoping this takes off.
Frank.
I really like the design, man. I like the way you played on what he wanted with the acorn and the autumn leaves. It's a cool illustrative take.
And I have to commend you on your placement of this thing, making the balloon just slightly higher than the actual crease of the armpit. Instead of packing that much color in that area, this guy would not have been sitting like a rock. You have 5 hours to create an eyeball tattoo using dimension to make it look just like the real thing. And your time starts now.
Let's do this.
All right. You can just take a seat.
We're testing dimension, and what better to test it than a realistic eyeball? An eye obviously is not flat. An eye is round. Then you have the lids, you have the lashes, you have all these different areas that you have to show dimension.
My canvas went a photorealistic eyeball right on her throat.
Any swelling?
A little bit, not too much. I'm being pretty gentle. That whole area is just one of the most difficult places to do a nice, clean tattoo. I don't really want to like have you bleeding all over the place or anything like that. I'm pretty pissed at Halo for giving me a throat, so I'm hoping I just knock his ass right out the water.
How's it looking?
Crazy awesome.
Maddie.
The dimension that you put into the actual iris itself, there's some really nice moments in there. But this huge eyebrow on the underside of this lady's chin is drastic.
She wanted it right on her throat. She wanted to make a statement, she said, so.
It's a mechanically good tattoo. It's just nuts.
All right, guys, you have 6 hours to show finesse with Victorian throat tattoos. And your time begins now.
Let's do this.
Today, finesse is important because you're tattooing a very sensitive area. Throat tattoos equal pain.
So it'll be like that.
You want to get in, you want to get out, you want to do the least amount of trauma possible. If you screw up, this person's going to wear a turtleneck for life.
I am ready.
I finally got through to my canvas and convinced her into 86ing this hourglass idea. Doing a straight line on a throat is a next to near impossible feat, so I'm just gonna reference a nice fancy bird cage and surround it with some nice pretty filigree.
You okay with that?
Awesome. You've got to keep it simple.
To put this on in pieces, it's just not gonna go on all at once.
This is super stressful. If this design's off just by a hair, it's gonna be totally obvious.
Hang your head off the table, and let me see if I can get the area a little flatter for me.
I'm willing to spend extra time in the placement just to make sure it's perfect.
Lean forward like this real quick. It's just not lined up with your chest.
If I pull this thing off perfect, I'm so gonna have the win.
4 hours to go, guys. 4 more hours.
How's yours sitting?
Like a trooper.
Yeah, so see. Wish everybody sat like this when they got nice tattoos.
My strategy got me to this point, and now it's just about doing a good tattoo. If you make a wrong choice, you're out of the game.
Craig.
It was a very hard challenge to try to do these parallel lines that go across the bottom of the crown, right there across the divot of his throat. The circle comes out pretty wonky, but at the end of the day, it's a strong, clear image.
What you did here, and with a great use of finesse, is make a masculine tattoo for this guy that is in the Victorian style. I think it's a great job, man. Cruiseman. I really love this. I love that it's so simple and clean and readable. You have really nice soft shading here in this bird cage.
Your tattoo looks deliberate. It's one pass, one shot, in and out. This is what you want to do.
Thank you.
Buddy.
Duffy.
Just the outline alone is a great example of finesse. All these curves, very smooth, all have a very natural flow. All your little circles around the heart look very concentric.
It's pretty great. Great, perfect. Why are you crying?
It's just a good feeling.
Come on, lady. This is what it's all about, right? Like, this is why you came.
They're definitely happy tears. I needed it.
Beautiful tattoo.
Thanks.
Coaches. You will be tattooing.
Ready.
Oh, boy.
Steve has already won a head-to-head face-off against myself and DJ. I need to do everything I can to win this challenge.
Coaches, today you must tattoo an incredibly difficult part of the body.
Oh, no.
The under chin.
Oh, my God.
The skin under your chin is really delicate. It's hard to pull lines on, get solid saturation. It's hard to even lay out a design under there.
All right, coaches, today's the day to lead by example. You will be tattooing from the underside of the jawline down.
Wow.
That is hitting the challenge.
I'm glad that my canvas only has one chin.
I got a feeling I have to freehand this.
I'm trying to lay a stencil nice and flat and even. It's going all over the place. It's sloppy. I'm gonna have to adapt to simplify my design, and hopefully it looks good on this really weird, hangy skin. I have to freehand it.
Freehand master. So he's not willing to give the canvas the tattoo the canvas wants.
Right.
I can hear you, douchebag.
Sometimes it's your canvas's tattoo.
Listen, you keep running middle of the road.
I didn't know second was the middle of the road.
Be second at the finale, too, see where I got you.
Someone gets real grumpy when people start talking to him.
You're not talking to me, you're talking about me. It's difference, bro.
See what the hell I'm doing. Everything's swelling up. I can't see what I'm doing. I just have to go off of instinct and follow my gut and my intuition.
Oh, that's my neck.
If I drop the ball, my team does not get the advantage, and I've pretty much proven to these other coaches that I can't compete with them going into the Master Face-Off.
Do you have time? What do you think about a tiny, like, light gray shade around the
No light
outside?
gray anything on the neck. It will not hold.
I mean, light gray wash.
Listen, I gotta get this done, bro.
Let it rock. Let him do his thing, man.
Steve, if you came off the black with this and dipped it in this, it would look dope. A dope blend.
Dude, I got this much. I'm not blending, you know what I'm saying?
Jeremy, it's his day, he's tattooing. Like, if he doesn't take our input, then he's not taking it.
This is your final hour.
Maybe just pepper in just a little shading off those blacks up, give a little skin just to fill that gap just a tiny bit. Get through that, get it solid, get it clean as
Oh, that sucks. I'm dropping my machine.
It hit the tip. You just gotta rewrap it and everything.
I haven't dropped my machine in like 10 years. I'm not sure why I'm nervous right now, but people behind you telling you different things to do, it kind of gets in your head.
You want to try like that bloodberry color, which is like a deep purpley red? It's real pretty.
Josh might be a little bit too hands-on at the moment.
No time.
Just gonna go with those ones?
Yeah.
Cool, no worries.
Josh needs to realize that this skull pick is everything to me. I've been on the line the last 3 times, so I'm really hoping he leaves DJ alone.
So the only other thing I was thinking, DJ, is like with your spacing that you have.
All right, Josh.
I'm done. I'm done.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink. Coaches, it is time to critique your work. Let's start with Steve.
It's a tough tattoo. You made a smart choice just doing the skull and the roses. You got a lot of really solid, dense black in that soft skin, and then you also contrast it with the really bright red and the roses.
It looks symmetrical, and I like that you went down and covered the whole throat. You did a killer job.
Thank you so much.
Steve's tattoo sucks. The overall design is just ugly, man.
Thanks, bro.
Good job.
DJ.
I like the strength that you have in the simplicity.
It was a super tough area, especially a triangle. That was why I was so fumbled up.
It happens. All tattooers falter. But how you get back up from the slip, that is what I'm talking about. You made a really strong, clean outline. You really toned back the eye. You really went with a simple color palette.
Simplifying the design, great example of adaptability, especially for that spot.
Thanks.
Anthony.
The smoothness and the quality of the black and gray, that reminds us why you're sitting as a coach. Beautiful side, beautiful entryway to the piece in the center, beautiful exit, and the precision of that beak dropping down to a perfectly sharp point dead center. Everything's dark and breathable.
This tattoo's absolutely gorgeous, but I don't think it met the challenge. He dodged the one place that you had to tattoo, the under chin.
Judges, it is time to determine the winner of this flash challenge. As far as adaptability goes today, I really like what DJ did in the way that he went along the jawline, brought this design so it's readable from a mile away. My vote is for DJ.
Anthony, to me, went above and beyond. Doing big black and gray, we always see people do it too dark where they lose the contrast or they lose the shape. Anthony's figure is very dynamic. I vote for Anthony.
We have 1 vote for Anthony, 1 vote for DJ. Chris?
Today, Anthony.
The judges have decided the winner of today's Flash Challenge is Anthony.
Thank you, guys. This feels amazing. I don't have as much experience as these other coaches. I pretty much smashed them. That's what I needed.